Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 24, verse 13 and 14. Prāchīna varvashah putrāh Satatrutyāṃ dasābhavan Tulyanāvrataः sarve Dharmasnātā pracēsasah. Prāchīna varvashah of King Prachina Barhi, Putrāh, sons, Satatrutyāṃ, in the womb of Satatruti, dasa, 10, abhavan, became manifest, tulya, equally, nama, name, vrataha, vow, sarve, all, dharma, religiosity, snatah, completely merged in, prachetasah, all of them being designated as prachetas. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jaya. Translation. King Prachina Barhi begot 10 children in the womb of Satatruti. All of them were equally endowed with religiosity and all of them were known as the Prachetas. Please repeat. King Prachina Barhi begot 10 children in the womb of Satatruti. All of them were equally endowed with religiosity and all of them were known as the Prachetas. Purport. The word Dharmasnātah is significant for the 10 children were all merged in the practice of religion. In addition, they possessed all good qualities. One is supposed to be perfect when he is perfectly religious, perfect in the execution of one's vows to render devotional service, perfect in knowledge, perfect in good behavior, and so on. All the Prachetas were on the same level of perfection. Text 14. पित्रादिष्टाः प्रजा सर्गे तपसेर्नवमाविशन् दशवर्ष सहस्राणि तपसार्चंस्तपस्पतिम्. Translation. When all these prachetas were ordered by their father to marry and beget children, they all entered the ocean and practiced austerities and penances for 10,000 years. Thus they worshipped the master of all austerity, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purport. Sometimes great sages and ascetics enter the Himalaya mountains in order to find seclusion from the turmoil of the world. It appears, however, that all the Prachetas, the sons of Prachina Barhi, entered the depths of the ocean to perform austerity in a secluded place. Since they performed austerities for 10,000 years, this incident took place in the Satya Yuga, when people used to live for 100,000 years. It is also significant that by their austerity they worship the master of austerity, Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If one wants to perform austerities and penances in order to attain the supreme goal, one must attain the favor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If one achieves the favor of the Supreme Lord, it is to be understood that he has finished all kinds of austerities and penances and has attained efficiency in their execution. On the other hand, if one does not attain the perfect stage of devotional service, all austerities and penances actually have no meaning, for without the Supreme Lord, no one can attain the highest results derived from performing them. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, verse 29, Lord Sri Krishna is the master of all penances and sacrifices. Bhoktaram yajñatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram. Thus, the desired result of performing austerities may be derived from Lord Krishna. In Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 3, chapter 33, verse 7, it is stated, Ahobata svapachoto gariyan yajjihvagre vartate namatubhyam te pustapaste juhugo sasnurarya brahmanu churnama grananti yete. Even if a person is born in a family of chandalas, the lowest birth one can get in human society, he is glorious if he chants the holy names of the Lord, for it is to be understood that by such chanting, a devotee definitely proves that he underwent all kinds of austerities in his previous life. By the grace of Lord Chaitanya, one who chants the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, attains the highest perfectional stage which had previously been attained by people who entered the ocean and executed austerities for 10,000 years. In this age of Kali, if a person does not take advantage of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, which is offered as a great concession to the fallen human beings of this age, it is to be understood that he is very much bewildered by the illusory energy of the Lord. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanmitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So King Prachina Barhi produced 10 sons from his wife Shatadruti, and all of them were Dharmasnata. They were immersed in the practice of religiosity. We have another example in the Bhagavatam in the 5th canto where Lord Rishabdev, he produced 100 sons, and all of them were also devotees, and he was instructing them in the matter of entanglement of family life, and he himself has 100 sons. So entanglement is as long as one does not identify the family members as servants of Krishna. When aham mamata, this feeling comes that I and mine, aham mameti, that's when entanglement happens. I think you all know this verse. Many times it was quoted. Umsasya me bhavametad tayoho ato grahakshe sudapavitaya janasmohoyamahami. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam 5:5-8. The attraction in male and female is the basic principle of existence. On the basis of this consumption, which ties together the heart of male and female, one becomes attracted to his body, home, property, children, relative wealth. In this way, one increases life's illusions and thinks in terms of I and mine. So this way, the entanglement happens. But if one, just like Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Manasa deho geho jo kichu mor arpilu tuapade nanda kishore. My home, my family members, wife, children, whoever, whatever I consider to be mine, I offer at your lotus feet, Krishna. This is not just saying only. One must actually live like that. Now, how to offer a child to Krishna? That means you must be trained in Krishna consciousness. When that is done, there is no restriction on how many children one should produce. Then that is not entanglement. That is in fact a great service to Krishna. To make one devotee is a great service. So the parents, they should make the children devotees. Very serious devotees, not just some parents are even full-time devotees. they are happy if the children are a little bit inclined to Krishna consciousness. As long as they go university or whatever, PhD, some interest is there in Krishna consciousness, they are happy. That is not the standard at all. Standard means to the point of full time. Dedicate life completely. So that should be the service of the grihasthas. They should produce children, boys, then they have to, if boys, then they have to be joined as, given as brahmacharis for the service of Krishna. That is proper family planning. This modern family planning is rubbish. How to commit more sinful activity, how to use contraception. Prabhupada said the best contraceptive is to only produce children for Krishna consciousness. So then even family life becomes a service to Krishna. This is not very easy to do because the entanglement is so hard, so strong. Family not. That's why the family members should, or the grihasthas should always associate with the renounced order of life. Brahmacharis, Vanaprastha, Sannyasis. We always should associate with them and hear from them. We cannot become familiar with the process. I have already heard this philosophy, I know. No, it's not like that. How much ever we know, we still have to hear. If I think I knew enough not to hear, that means I have not understood. I need to hear even more. I am in a more dangerous position. Prabhupada said, actually even this verse is there, no? Shushrusho Shraddhadhanasya. This is Śrīmad Bhāgavatam 1-16. Shushrusho Shraddhadhanasya Vasudeva Katha Ruchihi Syan Mahad Sevaya Vipraha Punyatirtha Nishevanat. O twice born sages, by serving those devotees who are completely freed from all vice, great service is done. By such service one gains affinity for hearing the messages of Vasudeva. If we want to measure our advancement, whether we are making advancement or not in spiritual life, the gauge stick is this, or the measuring gauge is this, whether we are gaining affinity for hearing the messages of Vasudeva or not. That means if I don't have inclination to come for the class, then that means I have no taste. Something seriously wrong with me. Prabhupada said his guru, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, saw that he was very eager to hear. And he noticed that quality in Prabhupada. And that is the qualification of success. You must be eager to hear, eager to chant, eager to follow enthusiastically all the regulatory principles. So that is especially hearing. If I have no taste to read books, Prabhupada books and read or hear the class, that means I am spiritually in a very diseased condition. Then I will not also have taste for chanting. I will just mechanically just push through the rounds and finish. So it is not like that. We have to be very attentive in all kinds of services, not only in japa but also all kinds of services. We have to be very attentive. That is the proper way. But it all starts from Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. If that is intact, solid, then every other service also will be very solid. But if you do other service, but if you don't concentrate on the Shravan Kirtan, you will not last long. Eventually one situation will come and we will topple. Easy. Small things you will throw tantrums, I want to go, like that. That means there is no depth of understanding, no gravity in the person. Because why? No strong root. The tree, if there is strong root, very deep and wide, no way it can be shaken. But if the root is so weak, then easily a little bit wind and it will topple. So similarly, we have to strengthen our root And our root is this. Our whole nourishment comes from Shravan Kirtan. That is explained in the next verse. Śrīmad Swakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridyantastho hi abhadrani vidhunoti suhrit satam. Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma, super soul in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee, who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. There is the key word, develop the urge to hear his messages. If you don't see this as an urgent thing or a very important thing, let me do some other service, save my time, and not here, then you are in a dangerous position. Then Krishna will put certain situations where it will be very difficult for us to handle. He will test. So therefore we must be very careful. So in today's verse, in Prachinavar he begot 10 children in the womb of Shatadruti. All of them were equally endowed with religiosity and all of them were known as the Prachetas. It is not said that they are all qualified PhDs. That is not the criterion. They are interested and endowed with religiosity. Of course they were greater than any PhD. Because a person who is actually religious, he will know everything. Yo mam evam asammudho janati purushottamam sa sarvaved bhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. One who knows Krishna, this is from Bhagavad Gita 15:19. Yasmin vijñāte sarvamevam vijñātam dim. The same thing here. Whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of God without doubt and knower of everything, he therefore engages himself with devotional service to me. O son of Bharat. So this is the criteria. When one is inclined to devotional service, he automatically knows everything. By the mercy of Krishna and Guru, he will know everything. Dharma snata means immersed. The word is used, immersed, completely merged in. This is important because dharma, religious, or yes, I am also religious. Religious, do little bit puja here and there, do some hocus pocus, bogus puja. That kind of thing won't work. Immersed in religion, that is the only life. There is no other side. For nowadays, religiosity is just like one small part of life. There are some rituals that do. Not even the real Shravan Kirtan, Vishnu. No, that is not there. Some ritual, and that's it. So, not like immersed in religiosity. And then in the next verse, it is said that in Kali Yuga, first thing, when all the Prachetas were ordered by their father to marry and beget children, they all entered the ocean and practiced austerities and penances for 10,000 years. You think, what is this, He asked them to beget children and they went into the ocean and practiced austerities for 10,000 years. So that means, because they don't want to be entangled, even if one goes into Grihastha life, before that he must perform austerities and penances to be trained as brahmachari strongly. Then even if he goes into Grihastha life, there is some chance of coming out. Then also it is not guaranteed, but there is a chance of coming out. But if one is not trained as brahmachari, it is very, very difficult. Very difficult. One may think, one may do a planning of life. Okay, now until 25 I will be brahmachari, then I will marry, then at 50 I will come out. Please. And then I will become big sannyasi, worldwide preacher. Some people think like this, big plans. One devotee was telling, I'm already 26 years old, I must marry now. Because if I don't marry now, if I marry when I'm 30 or 35, then by the time 50 years old, my children will be only 10, 20, 12, 10, 12 years old. Then I cannot take sannyas. So in order to take sannyas at 50, I must marry now. Don't talk like that, I mean, the devotees can see through this rubbish. Don't make this kind of planning. So much interested in sannyas, and don't marry, Don't make a planning that, now I'm 26 years old, now I must quickly marry my son or daughter must be 20 years old, I will marry, then I will quickly take sannyas. You can plan, big planning. Once you get into family life, it's a completely different story. Yeah. So we must be, first of all, trained. When the marriage will happen, if it happens, whether it will happen, that is all dependent on Krishna. And if we actually think, we are thinking, I want to get married, that means already, it's a shaky boat already. It's already shaky platform. So this is the mentality of a brahmachari. It should be like that. One should not be interested. That's why you must keep company with renounced people. Not only brahmachari, grihasthas also. They need to learn about renunciation even more. Because the andhakupa, the blind well, is even deeper in grihastha life. And they must climb up even much more than the renounced people. So everybody must associate with renounced devotees. So now the father gave them the responsibility to marry and beget children. And they took it very seriously. They went and did big tapasya, 10,000 years. Because they don't want to be entangled. And they worship when 10,000 years what? Not some Muniandi and some Muniswaran. They worship Krishna. The master of all austerity. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram. Suhridam sarvadanam jnatva mamam shantamrichati. A person in full consciousness of me, knowing me, the beneficiary of all sacrifices, austerity, supreme lord of all planets, demigods, and the benefactor of all living entities, attains peace, find kindness of material. So first thing, you must understand that Krishna is the beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities. Not anybody else. The other day, Rath Yatra day, one lady, because I have a WhatsApp broadcast, so I send messages to. So I sent a Rath Yatra invitation to all. So one of the ladies whom we met in a fair, so she sent me that she could not make it because of some injury, and just pray for me, something like that. So I said, okay, you try to come, even if for a few minutes you try to come. I said, either I sent one message. Then I said, you want blessings of Lord Jagannath, right? First change your display picture, the profile picture of your WhatsApp, because there is some Satya Sai Baba there. I mean, you put this kind of person in the profile picture, nothing auspicious is going to happen. Then I asked her to change the profile, change it to at least Jagannath Krishna face. Then she said, no, it's actually, the Sai is Krishna, same. Sai Baba is Krishna. So, you consider this. You see, on Rath Yatra day you are hearing this. That means, you see, it's something significant that Jagannath wants to tell you. I said, don't give me this rubbish crap. What is that? Really? What is that? Oh. Hare Krishna. How is the audio now? You can see? I need to keep this. Now how is it? So I'll just continue. Now it's okay. So, So I said, don't give me this rubbish. A man cannot be God. If you are saying he is God, that means you have completely no understanding of what is God. I don't need this kind of message from somebody on Rath Yatra. We very well know whom we are worshipping. We are worshipping Lord Jagannath, and He is the only Jagannath. He is the only Lord of the universe. Nobody else. So nowadays religiosity means. The other day also I had a conversation with another lady. She is also same. I said, prove to me that He is God. No, you should read this book, Satcharita, Sai Satcharita. I said, no. Who wrote that book? Who wrote it? What stories? I can make up stories about myself now. That I am a God, did miracles, this, that. Tomorrow I will have 10,000 followers. No, who wrote that book? You read Bhagavad Gita first. Have you read that one first? That is a book that we should all read. If you say you are Hindu, if you are Sanatan Dharmi and everything, you read Bhagavad Gita first. What Satcharita what? This is totally unbona fide, completely out of Vedic scriptures. Why are you reading? No, you do not know, I have experienced so many miracles. This experience all don't tell me. This is all coincidence, and then we attach it to something. And our senses are imperfect, our perception is imperfect. You prove to me by Shastra. And then she did not want to argue, and then. So nowadays, what is religiosity also people do not know. People think this is all religiosity. So we must know. That's why here it is said in the purport that we should chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, not anything else. Not even demigods. What to speak of some ordinary bogus humans? And spitting out some stones, and what is this? Krishna did not come into the battlefield and spit out some linga, spit out some pebble, some watch with a serial numbers manufactured somewhere in the factory. This kind of things he did not do. He spoke very eternal science. You're getting fooled. People are getting fooled by these cheap miracles. I don't know what miracles are there. I told her, miracle means that you have to come out of birth, death, old age and disease. This repeated cycle of birth and death. If you can come out, that is a miracle. And that only Krishna can do. So these are the kinds of deviations in Kali Yuga. People are so unfortunate. Even if they are a little bit interested, they will be misled. So Hare Krishna chanting will have the same effect as these 10,000 years of penance in the ocean, all these severe penances. Kriteya dhyayato Vishnu kalavta dhari kirtanat. So whatever big austerities were done in Satya Yuga, the same result can be obtained by just chanting Hare Krishna in the Kali Yuga. So, but if we take this chanting lightly, if we take this hearing lightly, that's why it's stressed on this point, Shravan and Kirtan. Because we think it is class, okay fine, it is time for sleep. Let me go there and sleep, refresh. Then power nap. Then you'll get a power slap from Maya. So, we cannot take this lightly. We have to be very serious about Shravan Kirtan. Although it appears very simple, just here, just sit down. But this is the most auspicious activity in the entire universe. And the most powerful activity also. Because just imagine 10,000 years worth of tapasya can be attained in a Shravan Kirtan process, that's why yoga, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. Whereas in devotional service, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. Vishnu Smaranam is already samadhi. Third step already, samadhi. So there are 8 steps and huge, long years of practice. So here, 6.3.31 Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Tasmāt sankirtanam Vishnor jagan mangalam amhasam mahatam api kauravya vidhyaikantika nishkritam. Sukadeva Goswami continued, my dear king, the chanting of the holy name of the Lord is able to uproot even the reactions of the greatest sins. Therefore, the chanting of the Sankirtan movement is the most auspicious activity in the entire universe. Please try to understand this so that others will take it seriously. Holy name, chanting of the holy name, and also, this is also Kirtan. Bhagavatam class is also Kirtan. So, hearing the glories of the Lord. So, that is also Kirtan. So, we have to be, this is the most auspicious activity in the entire universe. Please try to understand this so that others will take it seriously. So this is most auspicious activity if we plan to sleep or if we plan to skip and do other things here and there, then we are missing out on the core of our devotional practice. This is our core program. The whole morning program is our core. All other services are built on how strongly we do this one. Then everything else will happen that much smoother. So alright, any questions or comments on this topic? Who commented? Where? Okay. Any questions? Alright, we'll stop here. Grantaraj Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Premanande.